What's that? Nice. Got a lot of detritus over here. Oh, we're back on the air. We are live as we are You are looking like. We are about set to start the Tier 2 championship between the Toledo High School Jaguars out of the Los Angeles area versus the North Shore Hebrew Academy Stars. Stars looking for a Tier 1 championship, or Tier 2 championship after coming up runner-up 3 straight years in the Tier 1 bracket. This is going to be my first look at Toledo.
This is my first look at both teams.
Oh, you haven't seen North Shore. North Shore coached by...
Both these teams might be a little underseeded.
Yeah, they've both impressed in Tier 2, and even in their losses on day 1 in the preliminary rounds. A little bit more familiarity with the North Shore squad. They start with, I actually don't know number 13 as I'm not, oh, that's actually, I believe that's, is that Warshaw? I think that's Warshaw. He's got 5 on his shorts, but 13 on the jersey. Levy, Hakakian, Hutt, and Le'Veon to start for the Stars, who win the opening tap will get you the starting 5 for the Jaguars.
I think
as we get going.
I think Hakakian had a brother play here.
Yes.
Looks a lot like him. Tall point guard, I think.
Younger brother of that fine player. And he's a good player in his own right. If you'd like to get in touch with us here, again, you can reach me on Twitter at JT on the cards. You can get in hold of Noah, who's alongside at NoNoT35. Here's Warshaw with an open look at 3. Can't get it to go.
Looked like he had a good shot.
Rebounded by number 32, Evan Jaffe. Number 4, Michael Stavinsky, also on the floor, along with Jason Offman.
Good strength. And 1. 2 shots.
Ball went in. He didn't see. I don't think the official who called the foul saw it go in. The off official said it's an and 1.
It had to either be an and 1 or on the floor.
Foul was on Hutt. It sends number 13 to the line. I don't have his name. We'll get that in just a moment. Free throw is missed. Ezra Emanuel fights for it for the Jaguars, unable to
setting up a little
corral
half-court press here.
Stars do a good job of breaking the pressure.
Good pass.
Now Hutt.
Might walk.
Levy. Left
Lots
elbow.
Of players on the floor.
Can't get the 3 to go.
0-0. Interesting.
Yeah.
Why can't you just wear 0? Are you allowed to have a 0 and a 0-0?
I think, yeah, they're two distinct numbers.
0-0 like Darrell Arthur, if I'm not mistaken. Former Grizz.
Who's that foul on? I didn't see. Le'Veon doing a good job of pressuring. Hit the ball out of the hands of the Jaguar player and went out of bounds off his.
I think the North Shore guy from the time was like Ganugan.
You're right. Yes. Here's North Shore now. Down 2 in the early goings. Hakakian pitches back to Levy, and Levy nails the 3.
Muddy.
No, that's Bixon. Oh, nice defensive play by Hutt. Tipped the pass away and then saved it in bounds to a teammate. North Shore has the ball and the 3-2 lead.
Whoa. Looking for a deep one.
Hakakian, left elbow. Loses the ball off his hands. Out of bounds to the Jaguars. Coach Mutty Mizels telling me that his sons, Eitan, Noam, and Ben, listening in the L.A. area. Eitan, a 6-foot guard on the EULA JV team. Coach Mizels not looking forward to having to coach against him down the road.
Oh, wow. Whoa.
So on the breakaway, we got a foul on.
That's an awesome move. Edgar De La Rosa.
on Evan. I think that was on Jaffe.
Interesting jersey Warshaw's wearing. You know?
Their green and gold uniforms.
No.
Oh, Warshaw. Yeah, he has like kind of like looks like a warm-up jersey. Might have forgotten his jersey back home. Now here's on the other end
foul.
after the turnover.
Good foul.
Offman goes up, gets fouled by Warshaw. He'll go to the line for 2. Warshaw looking to his teammates, asking them what exactly they had in mind on that play, but Offman's going to have a chance to tie for the Jaguars. Gets it to roll in off the front iron and ties it at 3. Still looking for an explanation on number 13. Offman makes both, and the Jaguars go back on top. 4-3 Jaguars. Made both free throws. Should be 4-3. He did make both, didn't he? He made both free throws. Yes. He made that second free throw, didn't he? Did he make that second? Yeah, there we go.
I'm there. No, he missed the free throw on the M1. It was number 13.
Being told it. All right, we've got some explanation on some numbers there for the Jaguars. Number 4 is actually Benison, and number 13 is Stavinsky.
Interesting.
So confusing. Well, 13, he looks like a Michael. He looks like a Michael Stavinsky. Oh, that's a block. He's got to give him a chance to come down. Yeah, he went up to retrieve the pass. He's got to give him a chance to come down. Giving him Yashikoa.
Kind of like Zabransky in Top Gun. Iceman.
Oh. Turnover here for the Jaguars. They still lead 4-3. Got the scoring situation cleared up. The Cockian sends it to Warshaw.
It's a little quick.
Quick whistle as Offman tied him up. North Shore will keep the basketball, but they'll lose the possession arrow.
Are they on the North Shore?
Great Neck is, yeah, that's the idea. Hutt swings to Le'Veon. He's guarded by Jaffe.
Whoa.
Puts up a runner, can't get it to go. Nice job by Hutt to recognize the miss. He finds a Cockian. His three-point attempt is short and bounces out of bounds. Jaguars have the possession and the 1-point lead. Ezra Emanuel brings it up. Stavinsky. Oh.
Lost it.
Emanuel just lost it going up, just flew out of his hands. Low-scoring contest here in the early going. Halfway gone in the first quarter. Le'Veon curls, runs into Emanuel. He steals, goes up on his own, puts it up, gets it to go. Whistles on the other floor, and Coach Del Rosa wants to call a timeout as the lead is built to 6-3.
No. It's a pretty important job there.
I just was telling the clock operator that he's got two jobs, keeping the score. Really, the score is not as important. His main thing is keeping the clock. But I mean, if someone scores, you should look up, and the score should already be up on the scoreboard.
It's like,
I mean, that's the sign of a good operator. If a basket goes
I always
in,
look up and I wondered if they're supposed to add 2 points or not. Like, the score's up there so quickly.
They usually get it up there pretty quickly. They probably have quicker connections, though, there. Point being,
they probably have
you don't want to be told by the bench, hey, we just scored, add 2 points to the.
But also there, I think they have somebody different operating the score and the clock.
Oh, absolutely. Well,
and the shot clock.
I think in the NBA, the officials actually have the control of the clock.
That's true. The whistle, when the whistle's blown, it sends a signal that controls the clock.
Pretty advanced.
It is pretty advanced.
Cocky in at the right hash, gives it off to Warshaw. North Shore down 3 here. Tier 2 championship. 2 good squads here, but meanwhile,
nobody home.
Levy, he had Warshaw on the block. Warshaw just wasn't looking for the pass.
Which is Levy? It looks like Livy.
I don't know how you pronounce that. If I can get some explanation there.
Anybody from North Shore. Oh, almost backcourt. If you could get us an explanation on a pronunciation on the name.
Darren Czar is going to check in the next opportunity here.
Czar playing for the Stars.
Makes me think of something from Star Trek or something.
That's true.
Yes, it's Offman. Tries to get it inside. Pass is tipped away and stolen by North Shore. Go in over there. Oh, Hutt, nice into the lane. Gets the runner to go. Floating across the lane. Mitchell Hutt cuts the lead to 1.
Good steal.
Now Hakakian with the steal. He pulls up, has it tipped away. Hutt retrieves. Now Hakakian, he's got an open look. Chooses to pass instead. Hakakian tried to get it to Hutt. Hutt wasn't ready for the pass. It was tipped away. Then on the other end, Stavinsky in transition gets the bucket to go. Lead back to 3. And then a half to go.
Large man over in the corner over there was wearing the Miami Heat guard.
Oh, my. Oh, that's... 8-5. Toledo lead. Jaguars up 3. Here's Hutt, top of the key. Hakakian slows it down, resets.
Toledo is so big and long at every position.
Hutt went to pass to Le'Veon. Le'Veon was starting to cut. Pass goes out of bounds. Turnover. Gives the ball back to the Jaguars. Czar finally has a chance to check in, and Levy will sit. Again, you can tweet us here at JT on the cards.
Good shot.
Good little move. Good move and pull up there from Emmanuel from about 12, 15 feet.
Craig Mankoff is big. He's pretty tall. He's broad.
Oh, yeah. He's got a good body.
Great body.
That basket from Emmanuel builds the lead to 5 for Toledo, the Jaguars.
Coach Minkoff receiving third place in Tier 2 plaque from Tournament Director Josh Kane.
They might have an early flight, as I enjoy a Faye strawberry yogurt. Turnover. Here comes Offman, gets fouled.
Clearly a foul.
As he goes to the basket, and he'll go to the line for 2. Under 20 seconds to play. 5-point Jaguar lead. Offman's going to look to make it 6 or 7.
Number 10 on the floor is only a freshman for Toledo.
That's Liam Evenheim. That also probably the younger brother of a former Jaguar and participant here in Memphis. I think, was it Evan Evenheim? No, that doesn't sound right, but there was. Definitely a name that's familiar from the past. So the freshman forward comes in for the Jaguars as Offman makes both, and the lead is 7. See if North Shore can get points here before the end of the quarter as we go under 15 to play. Akakian over to Czar. Now Levy on top of the key. Goes inside, blocked by a Jaguar defender, and then the shot goes up, but it's after the buzzer. Won't count. Jaguars using their length on defense there to block the shot attempt. And after 1 quarter of play, the score is Toledo 12, North Shore 5, as these two teams battle for a Tier 2 championship trophy. Second quarter about to get underway. Czar, Hakakian, Hutt, Levian, and number 1, Aaron Valinsky now in for North Shore. Jaguars on the floor with Offman, Emmanuel, Evenheim, Stavinsky, and Jaffe. A little dispute there as to who had the ball to start the second quarter. Jaguars have it. Entry pass is tipped away, and Czar comes away with it for North Shore. So good defense from the Stars. The boys from Long Island get the steal, and they look to cut into this 7-point lead. Here's Levian. Tries to penetrate. He's cut off, and now Valinsky has it. Here's Levian now, over to Czar. Stavinsky with a little stutter move. Now Hutt, top of the key. Oh, Walensky, kind of a wild shot there. I think he thought he had someone to pass to. He didn't, and just threw it up, and it was an air ball. And Offman loses the handle. North Shore been stuck on 5 for quite some time. Hakakian at the right hash. Gets it to Hutt. They swing to Levian. Excuse me, that's Czar. Czar's pass to Hakakian is off the mark, and another turnover. Jaguars. Ooh. Nearly dragged the pivot foot there. Now Stavinsky in the corner, guarded by Hutt. Nearly dribbles it off his knee. Hakakian traps. Good job by Stavinsky to find Emmanuel. Now Offman steps into a 3. In and out. Stavinsky keeps the rebound alive, but it comes into the hands of Hakakian. Hakakian into the lane. Puts up a shot. Looked like he got bumped. No foul called. A little out of control there for Hakakian. Here's Ebenheim to Jaffe. Back out now to Emmanuel. Oh, Jaguars get the open look on the block from Jaffe. He converts and builds the lead to 9. Warshaw is going to check back in at the next whistle. Here's Hutt. Goes at Stavinsky, and this time the officials blow the whistle, and it will send Hutt to the line for 2. Ooh. .32 is Bernstein. The person that I had been calling Evan Jaffe is actually Itai Bernstein, so I apologize for that. Apologize to the entire Bernstein family. North Shore misses 2 free throws, can't afford that, down to 9 here as we play in the second quarter. Entry pass into Stavinsky. He faces up, backs in, goes up with the right hand, can't get it to go. Ball's going to be tipped out of bounds off of White. North Shore basketball. Good job by North Shore to box out against this taller Jaguars team. North Shore lacks the size that they had in previous years, Noah.
Yeah, they never had like that huge center, but they were so long.
Yeah, at every position. Every position they had length and. Oh, here's Walensky with a wide open look at 3. Needs to get that to go, but off the mark. Rebounded by Bernstein.
All their guards and forwards were about like 6'1", 6'2".
You've been on mute that whole time. My bad. I had muted you while you had gone away there. My bad.
No, yeah,
you were saying.
In the past, North Shore, all their guards, forwards were all about like 6'1", 6'2".
Yeah.
They're so long.
And athletic at every position.
Absolutely. They weren't really the knockdown shooting team, but they were just.
You never. I mean, they didn't. How you said they didn't have any of those 6'4", 6'5" guys really, but they just had big men all over the floor. Czar going in a little helter-skelter and loses the ball. The bench wants a foul, but he's not going to get that call there. No. Going in sort of out of control. Now, Hutt.
That's fortunate.
Well, I think they heard a whistle, thought it was on this floor, but it was on the other side.
Yep.
And now North Shore, Coach Del Rosa wants a full timeout to try to talk things over again. Still early. We're
in the second full timeout.
First half, and 16-5 Jaguars lead.
Oh, yeah. I'm just messing. It's short enough that it doesn't look that bad.
I think it's a bit of the get a bit of the head, get a bit of the headphone.
Yeah.
Bit of the headphone hair. North Shore right now, as we've seen with other teams in the tournament, right now it's not so much the problem that the Jaguars are putting up too many points. They're just not being able to score. They've been stuck on 5 since probably 5 minutes remaining in the first quarter. So they probably haven't scored for over an entire quarter of play. Missed those 2 free throws moments ago. That was pivotal. Jaguars barely get back on the floor. Warshaw. Backdoor cut. The Levy, he gets called for the travel as he caught the pass.
What?
It was a travel. He got the ball and shuffled his feet.
Okay.
Yeah, it was called for the walk.
I didn't see him call that.
Yeah, it was a walk the whole way. And the problem right now is North Shore just really cannot get inside against this taller, longer Jaguars team.
They can't get inside, and they're also not the best shooting team.
Not hitting him from the outside either.
That's really a not good combination.
No. find it difficult to score in that situation. Hakakian across the timeline. Good job of keeping his pivot foot, nearly dragged it.
But why is he stopping his dribble there?
That's what the bench is asking. Now here's Walensky. Had a chance to put up the three, didn't. Hakakian pulls it back out to the center circle. He's guarded by Emmanuel. Now Levy. Hutt swings to Warshaw, right elbow. Walensky, another open look at three, pulls it back. Here's Warshaw. Fakes to duck into the lane, but pulls it back instead. Now Hakakian, under 2.5 to go here in the first half. North Shore patient on this possession. Need to get an open look and put some points on the board. Hutt needs to roll there.
Yep.
Then a foul is going to be called on Emmanuel. And Levian will check back in.
Did you see that?
Levian's going to check in for
Did you see that?
Hutt.
Did you see that?
What?
Something.
Yeah. Well, he was trying to, I think it was unclear as to who he was supposed to go. Here's Warshaw with an open look at three. Off the inbounds pass.
Big time. That's huge.
Huge
Almost
points
doubled
there.
their points there.
And cuts the lead back to 8. And this time, again, same call as earlier. You got a guy going up for the pass and getting undercut by a defender who's got to do a better job of getting there. Essentially has to give him space to land.
Good
Drive
play.
by Hoffman, can't get the shot to go. Walensky comes away with the rebound. North Shore scored on their last trip. Let's see if they can do so here again. A little hesitation move there for Warshaw. Long two from Levion, can't get it to go. That would have been a big bucket to get within 6 with just over 1.5 minutes to play. In the first half, Hoffman. Ball fake, and then that's a good call. Hakakian reaches around.
He got the ball. Did he not get the ball?
Probably got the ball, got some hip. I mean, Coach De La Rosa.
He's on. Where's he going?
Coach De La Rosa's trying to find an opportunity to speak to one of his players. Hoffman makes the first free throw, lead back to 9. Hoffman successful from the free throw line on both attempts, and number 21, who my intelligence, my program tells me that's Tomer Harrell, checks into the game for the Jags. Warshaw curls and gives to Levion. They load the left side of the floor, and here's Walensky driving.
Good pass.
Oh, nice pass and a good job by Levion. Put it up a little bit short, but it curled up and over the rim and fell. So after having 5 for most of the first half, North Shore put up 5 on 2 of the last 3 possessions. Now Harrell puts up a 3 that's short. It was rebounded by a teammate, but he shot it into the bottom of the rim. And now tipped out of bounds by, looked like Bernstein.
It's like the Berenstain Bears. Have you seen the thing about that where people say they're 2 different dimensions?
Yeah.
Because some people spell it differently than
Yeah,
others.
that doesn't make a lot of sense to me.
Why?
Oh, now again Levion on the block, gets open and scores.
You don't think so?
No, it doesn't make a lot of sense, no.
Why? What is it? Some people spell it I-E and some people spell it E-I?
No, some have an extra E in there somewhere.
Some, I think, say B-A and some say B-E.
Interesting.
For Berenstain.
Oh, now an open look for 3 from Stavinsky. Rises up and gets it to go. Builds the lead back up to 9 after North Shore had cut it to 6, and now 8 seconds left. North Shore could have the last shot. Levion, or they get it to Levy in the corner. His 3 is just short. Rebounded by Stavinsky as the buzzer sounds. But Levion Coach De La Rosa must have noticed something because he's getting Le'Veon open in the lane, made two, and that time he found an open Levy in the corner, couldn't get the three to go. After one half of play, the score is the Toledo Jaguars 21, the North Shore Stars 12. We'll step away for just a minute and be back with the second half action in just a couple minutes. Yeah. All right. We are back to action here as we're about getting ready to start the second half. Just look again. Look at everyone on the floor for the Jaguars is a pretty big body.
That reminds me of North Shore teams.
Yeah, exactly. It's all that's a good way of analyzing it, Noah. Like they looked like the size of the old North Shore teams that came here and came so close on 3 occasions.
Under Elliott Steinbeck, current college basketball coach.
Just a lot of size for this level. And North Shore's just having trouble with it. They just can't get anything inside, although they were able to spread the floor a little bit late there in the first half and find Le'Veon for a couple of shots in the lane.
If they can make shots there in this game.
And then Le'Veon there tries to cut. Coach Del Rosa is disappointed in their inability to find him. Here's a Cockian now in the corner. Gets it back to Warshaw for a long 3 off the mark. Great job by Stavinsky boxing out. Comes away with the rebound. Number 4, Benisson back in the game. First time we've seen him in a while. Here's Offman. Hands back to Bernstein. Stavinsky spins, goes up, gets fouled, and they go to the line for 2. Again, my first look in the tournament at Date Toledo.
They're impressive.
Yeah, I think they could have played with many of the teams we've seen in Tier 1.
No doubt.
For instance, like say a Cooper Max team, perhaps I would have liked to have seen them play against Flatbush.
Similar colors.
Exactly. Would have been almost like
scheme to my Minnesota Golden.
Would have been almost like an intramural game, like a practice game.
Intra-squad, I think you mean.
That's the word I was looking for. You're right. I did not mean intramural. I meant intra-squad.
What annoys me is when people say inter-squad.
Oh, yeah.
That means against a different squad.
Right, no.
Intra is inside.
Very key to get that distinction. Got to get the right prefix. Both free throws are good for Stavinsky. Leads back to 11. North Shore can't afford to go through that long drought like they had in the first half. Need to score buckets here. Bernstein doing a good job of following Le'Veon. Aggressive man-to-man defense here for the Jaguars. Warshaw sends to Hutt at the top of the key. Now Le'Veon at the left elbow. They get it to Levy. Hakakian. Warshaw open look, top of the key. Too strong. Fight for the rebound. Comes away to Bernstein. Jaguars up 11. Emmanuel across the timeline. Picked up by Le'Veon. Now here's Offman. Driving to the hoop. Can't get it to go. Rebounded by Warshaw. Hakakian. See if North Shore can create in transition. Warshaw drives baseline. Looks for a teammate. Gets it to Hutt in the corner. He dribbles out. Le'Veon drives inside. Gets the runner to go off the glass.
That's awesome.
Last 6 points of the game for the Stars, scored by Ryan Le'Veon, and it cuts the lead back to 9. Pressure by the Stars. Good job by Coach Mizels. Recognizes the situation and gets a timeout called.
Muddy
Mizels.
Great alliteration.
Good guy. He's been here now. He's brought this Jaguars team here several years. He's actually wearing old school Jaguars. He's got the
gear.
NJCHS.
New Jewish Community High School.
NJCDS.
HS.
That's going to be a collector's item.
Oh, yeah. Retro stuff.
You'd think as the head coach, they'd get him the new gear.
You think so? You'd also think he'd bring his son over there, but his son plays for the Eula Panthers.
Well, I mean,
right fit maybe there.
Might like the program a little better over at Eula.
I know. You can't say that.
Pass. Here come the Jaguars on offense. Offman. Oh, finds a cutting.
Find.
That was Bernstein underneath the basket. Got it down low. Tough for North Shore to stop that. They don't have the length inside to contest that inside shot by Bernstein. The lead's back to 11. Here's Hutt. Guarded by the bigger Stavinsky. Levian thought about a long two. Sends it out to Levy. His three attempt is short. Hutt tried to save, but stepped out of bounds before leaping to throw it back in. What was the problem? Oh, nice flash into the lane. Oh, a good block by Hutt on the bigger Stavinsky. Here's Hutt now. Drives at the defense. Going to get a block foul by an Offman.
I don't know about that one. I don't think it was a charge either.
But it was a good job by Hutt to aggressively go to the hoop and force the issue. Referee blew the whistle. He'll go to the line for two. You've got to read this book, Noah. Wonder. Wonder by R.J. Palacio. Anyone out there who's not read Wonder by R.J. Palacio, it's highly recommended. It'll be made into a movie, although it'll be so difficult to capture the story in cinematic form. But Hutt unable to make either free throw. And again, you just can't afford to miss those. And Emmanuel caught the pass. Hakakian did a good job of flashing at him, and Emmanuel dragged the pivot foot. And Jason Yunatinov, if I've got the emphasis correct on that name, checks into the game.
I get it.
Here's Levy now curling left, guarded by Offman. Hakakian into the lane.
Good
oh,
pass.
Great. What's that called when you sort of throw that, when you drive and then throw it over your shoulder? And
I don't think there's
got to be a name for that. There's sort of a penetrated and kicked, and then the miss. Oh, now long three there for Benason.
He's never going to miss that.
You got to get him to talk to me, man. You got to get him to talk to me.
Nobody's been dominating. It's got to be like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or like a really close game if somebody does.
Here's Yunatinov. Goes at the hoop. Can't get it to go. Good job by Bernstein. Tips the rebound to a teammate. And you're now up 14 after that three on the last possession. Here's Stavinsky. Swings to Offman. Offman looks to penetrate into the lane, but instead kicks it out. Now here's Stavinsky. Muscling inside.
The big fella with a kiss.
And the lead is built up to 19. So North Shore had it on that. They were trading baskets and were within 9, but 7 straight. And want to say hello to the Mizell's family listening out in the it's Pico something. I don't know the name. Pico Robertson neighborhood in L.A.
Which one plays for Eula?
His oldest is a freshman at Eula, Eitan Mizell's.
He should be listening to the next game, too.
Will probably be tuning in to hear how his Panthers do, playing in the consolation game. That should be a good battle as well. I look for Eula to assert their dominance in that one. 16-point Jaguars lead. 3.5 to play in the third. Still enough time if North Shore can find an answer for this Jaguar squad. Levion. Walensky now in the game. Oh, here's a Hakakian with an open look at three.
Money!
Friendly bounce for Hakakian. Nice soft touch, put it on the rim. Bounced a couple of times off the backboard and then in.
Very soft rims.
On the other end, a Jaguar miss, but they get their rebound, and then we get a tie-up Possession arrow favors the Jaguars. They'll have it underneath the basket.
What a play.
Stavinsky has it stolen by Hakakian.
It's fast.
Hakakian goes right
Good
at the
strength.
Jaguar defender.
Oh.
Can't get it to go, but then a putback.
Oh.
That was Yunatinov, unable to put back the second chance. Missed opportunity there for the Stars. Foul on Walensky.
You ready to go racing today, Josh?
Where's that?
Texas.
Texas Roadhouse.
Carl Edwards kind of needs a win. That's his best track of the round.
Noah's a big motorsports fan. Or motorsport, as they say in Europe.
That is what those are.
Emmanuel makes the first. Liam Evenheim checks back in. First time here in the half for the Jaguars. Benison takes a seat for Coach Meisel's Jaguars.
Good
Second
finish.
free throw is off the mark, but a great rebound by Stavinsky. Puts it up and in. Unconventional three-point trip there for the Jaguars. Lead back to 16.
Tal Frankel into the game.
Up and under with the left hand. Nearly got the dipsy-do to go.
Tal Frankel into the game, number 33.
Frankel into the ball game for the wide body. And that might be what North Shore needs right now, just someone to sort of clog some space for the Jaguars. Hakakian makes the first free throw, cuts it to 15. Second one is missed, and here come the Jaguars. Well, Walensky gets whistled for the foul. He says he was straight up, but actually it looks like
that was Frankel.
Foul was on Frankel. Robert Feigenbaum in the crowd with he almost has got a full squad for a women's team at some point down the road. First one is good for Bernstein. Leads back to 16. If he's successful here on the second, it will be the biggest lead of the game for the Jaguars. Makes them both. This Jaguars team does a lot of things right, Noah. Here's Hakakian, the other way. Goes up wild and out of control. Surprised he got the whistle there.
That's a good thing that they do a lot of things well.
Yeah, no, that's a good option. But
Coach Hakakian Rosa is almost within the three-point arc.
Hakakian got fouled on the drive. Czar also now into the game for North Shore. Darren Czar. Hakakian's free throw, puts it up soft on the rim, gets it to go. Cuts it back to a 16-point game with just over 2 to play in the third. Second from Hakakian. This time it's nothing but net. And the lead is back to 15. Emmanuel. Stolen, turnover. Here comes Czar, other way, puts it up with the right hand, gets it to go. Didn't use the glass, but put it up soft into the cylinder, and it falls. That cuts it back to 13. Still over a minute and a half left here in the third quarter. Plenty of time for North Shore.
Good
Pass
steal.
is nearly stolen. Now Bernstein into the lane, goes up and gets fouled, and he'll go to the line for 2. Bernstein caught at the free throw line, recognized that he was open. First free throw is no good, and Jacob Hakimi will come on for the first time today.
I feel like we've had Hakimi before for North Shore.
He replaces Frankel. Second free throw for Bernstein. Rolls in and out. And a nice job by Levion to keep Stavinsky off the board and get the rebound for North Shore. Here's Hakakian. He slips and get called for a double dribble as he put the... He picked up his dribble and just putting it back on the ground, even though he didn't dribble. You can't put the ball back on the ground even if it's in your hands.
But he still had possession.
No, but you can't bring it back down and touch the ground.
Okay.
Good defense by Levion on Stavinsky, but Stavinsky gets the miss and puts it back on the second chance.
He's too big for that.
Yeah. No answer.
No
That's my own. Walensky drives into the lane, puts it up, can't get it to go, and Stavinsky with the rebound. Hoffman coming the other way. Back up 15 are the Jaguars. Under a minute to go in the third quarter. Oh, that's a good call, leading with the shoulder. That was Bernstein looked to drive into the lane, and he lowered the left shoulder, gets called for the offensive foul. Livy checks back in, replaces Hakakian. I like when they're both on the floor, but I think Coach De La Rosa feels he needs a bigger lineup out there. Walensky into the corner to Czar. Livy guarded closely. Walensky stops, pops, and drops, gets it to go.
Get a stop. Good strategy from the North Shore bench.
20 seconds to play in the third. North Shore has cut it to 13, and then Walensky fouled Hoffman. Hoffman looks taller than 6'1" to me.
He's a big point guard.
I'm saying, but they have him 6'1". I think he's closer to 6'2" or 3. Nice job by Bernstein on the board. Goes up, gets the shot to go, and he'll have an and one. Builds the lead back to 15 with the chance for 16. So North Shore cut it back to 11, but now find themselves back down 15. As Bernstein steps to the line. That one bounces off, rebounded by Levion. He comes up floor, 7 seconds to play in the third. Levion into the lane, puts it up.
Oh!
Looked like he got fouled, no call, nearly made it. Ball then goes out of bounds as the clock expires.
A little skirmish there. Josh Cahage, tournament director, kind of intervening.
Both players playing hard there, and Coach Mizell quickly comes onto the floor and tells his player cut that sort of action out.
I think I'm a step out. I'll see you in the championship. Be back for the championship. Good luck.
All right, we're going to lose Noah Thomas here for a little while. So I'm going to fly solo again. It was a nice drive by Levion to get underneath the basket, put it up, and had it on the rim. Looked like he might have gotten fouled. Didn't get the call. And after 3 quarters of play, the Jaguars are 8 minutes away from claiming the Tier 2 championship. And as we said earlier, I think this team could easily have competed with many of the teams in Tier 1. They had a tough matchup on day 1 versus JDS, and I think that one went down to the wire. But I'm confident that these Jaguars could have beaten many of the teams that finished ahead of them in Tier 1. Jaguars need to get on the floor. Again, very quick breaks here as we try to get all these games in a timely fashion. Here's Hakakian, first possession of the fourth quarter. Levion could have taken the 3 if he wanted. Down 15. Warshaw, left elbow. That's to Walensky. He had some space. Here's now Warshaw again. Open look at 3, top of the key. It's short. Hutt with the rebound. Goes up with the right hand, gets pushed by Stavinsky, and he'll go to the line for 2. So chance for North Shore to score with a dead clock. Would cut it to 13 if he can make both of these. Hutt misses the first. North Shore needs to convert these free throws. Hutt makes the second. Back to a 14-point game. Oh, Bernstein nearly got the shot to go. Ball comes back into his hands off the floor. This time he's successful on the shot attempt, and he's fouled and will go to the line for the and one. North Shore had a chance there at the rebound, but they were batting it around. Fell into the hands of Bernstein, and he made the bucket and was fouled, and goes to the line with a chance to make it a 17-point ball game. This time it's good. And I believe that's the biggest lead of the game for the Jaguars. Warshaw. Levian. It might have been a long 2. Oh, does a good job of getting his own miss. Puts it in for 2. Nice follow there by Ryan. North Shore tries to pick up full court. Emmanuel. Out by the right hash. He dumps it down inside to Bernstein. They give it back to Emmanuel. He dribbles toward the right baseline. Gets inside, goes up, gets fouled. Can't get the shot to go, but he'll go to the line for 2. Emmanuel's first is off the mark. Second one is good. And the lead is back to 16. 43-27 Jaguars. Knifing into the lane was Warshaw. Gives it off to Hutt. Hutt gets it up off the backboard and in for a North Shore bucket. North Shore trying to create a turnover, unable to steal after tipping the ball away. That was David Zipkin lead. First time we've seen him. He penetrates and scores for the Jaguars. Nice athletic move there by Lead. Turnover on this end gives the ball back to the Jaguars. Under 6 to play, they lead by 16. Oh, go inside. That was Offman. He got fouled from behind going up for the shot. Didn't see who the foul was on. And if you'd like to send along any thoughts here to the broadcast table, you can reach me on Twitter at JTOnTheCards, JTONTHE Cards, CARDS. Love to pass along any thoughts to those listening in. along the internet. That camera's a little dark. Oh, probably because of the light over there. Is that what's causing that to be dark? Is because that light from is what's causing this to be kind of dark? Is because of the light over there, kind of fooling. Yeah, I'm saying just kind of fooling the. That's probably the better thing to do then, because that shot looks too dark. Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. That's what I figured out is. But at least on that shot, we can see what's going on. It's actually a pretty good angle anyway, at least for that side of the floor. Free throw attempt is good, and the lead is 18. That was Benison from the free throw line. Oh, he replaced Offman. Offman actually sat after that foul because of the injury. Here's Valensky with an open look from the top of the key. Can't get it to go. Looked like Hutt might have pushed off, but no call. He gets the rebound. Now they find Warshaw. He gets it to Czar. Warshaw penetrates along the baseline, goes up with the right hand reverse, and he's fouled. Emmanuel doesn't agree with the call, but his coach tells him to quiet down. Free throw is missed from Valensky. Again, down 18, have to score at every opportunity, and Valensky needs to make this second. Puts it up, rolls off the right side of the rim, no good. Now here's an entry pass to Emmanuel, gets tipped away, but Jaguars come away with the basketball. Lead still in the ball game for the Jaguars, and then on the entry pass to on the entry pass to Stavinsky, Hutt gets called for coming over the top. Levian will check back in for North Shore, replacing Hutt. Stavinsky makes the free throw, looking to extend this lead to 20. Second one is good. And the lead is, in fact, 20. Offman checks back in, so he's okay. A little knocked out on that last foul before he sat. He replaces Emmanuel for De Toledo. Here's Akakian. Free throw line extended. Shot is short. Follows his miss. Fights for the ball on the floor. It's going to be tied up, and the possession arrow will favor North Shore. They'll still have the ball. Down 20 with 4:44 to play. That looked like a foul on the wrist right there. Akakian. Foul was on lead. That sends Akakian to the line for 1-1. So opportunity here for North Shore to score from the free throw line. They'll be shooting the rest of the way. Free throw by Akakian is missed. And now here come the Jaguars. Oh, lead is open down court. They get it to him. He gets the easy bucket. Czar is back in the game for North Shore, number 11. Czar, Warshaw, Valensky, Akakian, and Levian in the game for the Stars. Valensky had an open look at three, didn't take it over Offman. Now Levian driving on Stavinsky. Gets blocked and gets blocked on the second attempt. This time Stavinsky gets called for the foul. He says, I didn't touch him. Looked like it was pretty clean, but he's whistled for the foul. It sends Levian to the line. Impressive showing here by the Jaguars from Los Angeles, or from the Los Angeles area. West Hills. Should know my LA geography better. Benison nearly fell into the lane. Would have been a violation, but shot was made by Levian. Lead is 21. Oh, good find of the cutting lead. Now they get it. Well, lead tried to get it inside to Stavinsky. Ball was tipped away, and here come the Stars. Walensky gets to the free throw line, misses. Nice fight for the rebound by Levian. Gets the shot to go. Lead is back to 19. And Coach Muddy Mizels wants a timeout to talk things over with his Jaguars. Toledo are showing that they perhaps deserved a better seed than that 12 seed that they started off the tournament with, as they'll finish with a Tier 2 championship, which is the equivalent of 9th place in this tournament. But were it not for a tough matchup on day one against the JDS team from the Baltimore area, they might have found themselves in Tier 1, and I think they could have competed with some teams in that bracket. They've got a lot of size and skill at almost every position. Good job there by Offman to recognize that he could run the floor on the inbounds pass as they were coming off a made basket. Pressure defense here by the Stars. Ball comes back out into the hands of Offman. Now Emmanuel, guarded by Walensky. 3 minutes to play in the fourth quarter. Comfortable Jaguars lead. Now entry pass to Stavinsky. He goes up and under, gets the bucket to go. Lead back to 21. Stavinsky with a strong showing here in the Tier 2 championship. Ball swings to Warshaw. Pulls it back out. A cock in. Oh, nice job by Warshaw to get open underneath the basket. Gets the bucket off the pass from, might have been Czar. Toledo the other way. Can't get the shot to go. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll be North Shore basketball. Levy will check back into the game for Czar. Coach De La Rosa looking to get some things worked on here in the final minutes of a game that they are likely to come up short against this team from California. Levian has an open look at three, can't get it to go, but again does a great job of following his own miss. Sends it back out to Walensky. Walensky, nice into the lane, kick out to Warshaw. His three is no good. And Bernstein does a nice job boxing out Levian, who's always tough on the boards. We go under 2 to play. Walensky guarding Benison. Stavinsky gets it. Down low, goes up, Gets the bucket to go, and one. Oh, they say no baskets. It was an offensive foul. Tough call against Stavinsky as he went up for the bucket. Here's a Kakian for three. That's short. Minute 15 to play. Frankel's going to check back in for North Shore if we get another whistle. Livy gets called for the push. It'll put Emmanuel on the line. Coach De La Rosa talking to his junior point guard, Hakakian. Passes along some instruction. Free throw from Emmanuel is well short. Second free throw is good, and Evenheim will check in for De Toledo. Harrell also on the floor, along with Jake Pearl. Noah Kaplan into the game for De Toledo. Looks like a travel on the drive. No call on the walk, but he's fouled. Levian will go to the line for two. Frankel back in for North Shore. Ryan Levian, strong contributor for this North Shore team. Again, fairly young squad. Lots of their key contributors are juniors, so these guys will be around for a couple of years. If they can find some size to add to this squad, that'll be an important ingredient going forward. Levian makes the second, cuts the lead to 19. Now here's the lead for the Jaguars. Levian gets called for the foul, trying to steal it from Evenheim. Free throws made by Evenheim. Makes that free throw, and the lead is back to 21. Jaguars will probably be content to dribble this out. Coach De La Rosa says no fouls. Wants him to defend hard, though. Nearly a trap at the half-court line. Now Evenheim. Levian closely guarding him. Levian and Levy look to trap. Ball stolen by Warshaw, so North Shore will have one last look at the basket. Gets it up. It'll count if it goes, and Warshaw gets the bucket to cut the lead, and the final score to De Toledo 56, North Shore 39. De Toledo win the Tier 2 championship. Congratulations to them on a fine showing here in Memphis. We are now set up for the Tier 1 consolation game. Playing for third place will be the Eula Panthers versus the RASG Warriors from Miami Beach. We'll have that in about 12 minutes, as that game will start at approximately 12:15.